My name's Christopher John Venables. I'm from Venables Pest Control based in Gloucestershire. I've been conducting pest control for the past 15 years. I cover most of Gloucestershire. I first chose Selontra for this site because there were birds of prey non-target species on this site, so I wanted to use something that was non-bioaccumulative on any secondary aspect of any secondary animals. The farm itself is an arable farm. It has wheat, barley and oilseed rape. There is one main grain store on this particular site, but there's another site with 2 other grain stores in as well. When I first came on site, I gave a good estimation to how many rats and mice there were on the site. The mice are primarily in the grain store, rats were in and out the grain store. I'd estimated to use about 4 kilos of Selontra product to start, which gave good control of the infestation. The primary reason for Selontra in this case is sitting behind me here. It's a piece of equipment that's worth probably £150,000. There's one of several on site, so I wanted something as a first line of defence against any mice in particular for this particular barn. So Selontra has proven to be very effective at keeping them at bay. And with the speed of the uptake of the product, because there's no other food source in this barn, it's been very, very quick. On first application, within 24 hours, had a heavy bait take and reapplied the next day upon inspection. And at the moment, there's been no other bait take for the several months, which at the moment has been protecting one of several very expensive pieces of machinery that's in this barn. When I first came to the site, I found quite a heavy infestation at the back of the barn. The farmer had been trying to obtain control for some time, but with no success, unfortunately, because of the active food source they have at the moment. So when I conducted the first treatment, I proofed all the barns as best as I possibly could to prevent the rats getting to any food source, because the main factor with Selontra, they have to have that first feeding is the most important, which we applied for several days, allowed them to consume whatever food they had stored. At the same time, they got used to the stations that I applied. When I applied, within 7 days, the problem was under control. In the drying corridor, I have hanging Selontra rodenticide in place in several places. It's as a first point of call for the rodents to have, because it's hanging, it gives them something active to do. They are very palatable to the bait, even though there's grain inside it, but it stops them going into the main grain store as a first line of defence again, and it's very effective.